the third one, give an example of expert on event topic. So that is, you want to give the partner an example. So the partner's introducing you, they're positioning you for this conversion event. And whatever the topic is, let's say for example, you're a business coach and you're talking about marketing, Facebook ads. And the person you're talking to their list, their name's Jerry. Jerry is promoting you, positioning you. So Jerry turns around and says, they're going to give an example of why you're an expert on the topic, how to build trust. So Jerry's going to turn around and say, Ryan's a Facebook ad expert. I remember when he first met me, he audited my Facebook ads, and he actually came up with these 3 tweaks, and those 3 tweaks doubled my lead flow. Like, he is a beast. That's an example of why you're an expert on Facebook ads. So that point, give an example of expert event topic. That means you're going to create, or think of it for them, of when you did something that proves the worth of the topic that you're talking about for that conversion event. So if you're a dating coach, you're talking about masculine, feminine energy, and that's the topic, then the person that's positioning you, let's say you're dealing with a beauty salon, and the beauty salon you've done a JV with, you set up a girls' night, and you're talking about relationships with girls and they're loving it, the champagne and stuff. That's a JV conversion event. It's like a seminar offline when everyone's getting their hair done and shit. Then the person's like, so welcome to the stage, Roman, who's a relationship expert. He's here to talk to you girls, and I'm like looking all hot and stuff. And like, ooh, that's all going on. And then they're like, I remember when Ryan first spoke to me about masculine and feminine energy. And as soon as I talked my feminine goddess home, and my partner just jumped me. The rest was history. It's just an example as to why what you're talking about brings evidence of the fact that you're an expert on that topic. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Great. So I just wanted to clarify that. What else? The bridge offer. The bridge offer is the name of the session that you're going to do. It's a sales call. The bridge is you're doing a webinar, seminar, or challenge, of which, as a result of registering for that, they get a free session. Now that session is called a bridge. I call it a bridge because it bridges the gap between value and your program. That's why I call it a bridge. And I used to talk about bridge sessions a lot more in the past. Don't talk about it as much now because it's not very often that you guys will sell a bridge session through your marketing. You just get phone numbers, and those phone numbers will be called by you, then you book them in for a bridge session. It doesn't matter what it's called. But you will name it to make it smooth. So if you're a dating coach, it's the love exploration session. If you're a finance coach, it's the financial audit. You call it whatever you want to call it, but it's a bridge. A bridge session is a sales call for you, and it's the whiz-bang amazing session for them, which you call what you want to call. But that's what it is, just so you know. Cool guys? Just want to clarify those things. You! Alright, so I've got some bonus content for you guys. Yep. So I want you guys to move forwards to page bonus, which is page, does anyone know? Yell it out of you.
53.
54. Beautiful. Thank you guys. So there's some extra things that I just want to mention that can really help you guys make the most out of your partnerships. And so I want to do some bonus slides to really help you guys. Once we've done this, we're done for the day. We're going to do some takeaways together, and then we're going to go and really connect and get to know each other better tonight, which will be awesome. Have some Italian food. Really important. Your partnership setup. You're now in an arrangement of value. James gave a beautiful explanation of what a partnership is today, this morning, James, when you were talking about an exchange of value. There's mutual value going between the two of you. That is correct. Now, what I'm putting to you guys to keep in your mind as the way that you approach your partnership is to throw the first punch, which means you always want to be the person that's reaching out first. You're always the one that's checking in first. You're always the one that's offering free value and ideas and, I thought this might interest you, and you send them a voucher. You're the one that's giving the value first, so throw the first punch. Don't wait for them to come to you. Always be the one that's following up. Always be the one that's proactive. It's easy to fall behind. You should have like a list of, if you do this process really well, you've got 3 JVs One's bringing you 300 grand a year, one's bringing you $1 million a year, and one's bringing you 500 grand a year. And they're good, solid JVs. And they're listed. And you've got it in your to-dos on a monthly basis to do something nice for them, whether it's a piece of value of some kind, or suggest an idea, or invite them to an event that you pay for them. Throw the first punch. Be proactive in your giving of value to them. Don't wait for them to always try to bring value to you. You bring it to them first. Throw the first punch. It will change, it'll make or break the relationship. It'll either keep it healthy and strong for the long term, or it'll kill it if you don't do this. Cool? Does that make sense, guys? Yes or yes?
Yes!
Water your plants. Meaning, be consistent. Be consistent. Be the one that always reaches out first, but do it regularly. Always be giving. Don't think there's a time where, yeah, cool, now it's set, I just do my conversion event and I'm sweet. No. 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 That's not how it works. You always have to be showing up. You always have to be giving value. You always have to be nourishing the relationship like you would a plant, or else it's going to die. And the relationship will die, the partnership will die if you're not always showing up and giving that value consistently. Be proactive, be the one that suggests things first, and don't stop. Be consistent with it. Really. They seem like basic points, but trust me, guys, they make a difference. Make a difference. If you're in a business that is built off large contracts, usually as a service provider, if you've got like a contractual arrangement with an organization that provides a big chunk of your clientele and work, then this is natural. You reward your customers for being your customers, your suppliers. You build really good relationships with the stakeholders of your business. Rob, have you had any experience with this? With your company, did you have big contractual experience? It is a little bit different because it's just government, you got to set up whatever. But if you were more private focused, then it would be you're looking after those relationships because you want to serve them for the long term. Now, I know my uncle and my grandpa run a meat works business, and they would supply the Woolworths and some stuff like that. Big $60 million meat supplying business, and you would, to the right stakeholders, you'd send them away for a trip and a holiday. You're looking after the people so that you maintain that good, solid, positive relationship in the long term. Consistently water your plants. And because your relationship in a lot of these cases is not built via them getting consistent leads, you're consistently set up. If we move to the next point, convert consistently. You're going to have consistent lead generation events set up for you, conversion events set up for you. And in return, you need to be proactive with your approach. And that's why I led with the first two slides. Throw the first punch, water the plants. Be the one that's suggesting ideas. Think of them. Have them on your mind. Have it in your regular monthly to-dos to serve value towards them. Okay? And then do it consistently. Next point. Convert consistently. After you've done your first conversion, maybe your first two conversion events, it's just autocorrect. Is that a Matthew? No, it's just a me. Cool. So, convert consistently. You do your first conversion event. You schedule the next one, because you always schedule the next one. And then you get to some kind of arrangement with your partner. Oh, hey, let's do this every quarter. Scott, you've got a conversion event set up quarterly, correct? Yep. Now it's in the calendar. You don't have to think about it. Consistent conversion events. Consistent. You've gone to the hard yards. It's why people, just because they're insecurity, oh, well, I guess I've done one conversion event, that's the JV done. No, it's not the JV done. It's just a decision you've made. So let's change the decision and say this is something that we're going to utilize and we're going to do consistently for years. Why not? Make it a regular thing that you do. For one of my JVs, it was every month. For another one of my JVs, every single person that went into their program got a free session with me. So every lead they got, every client they got was a pitch. And that's convert consistently. Do regular conversion events. And the only way to up the scale, like I just mentioned then, is to slot your bridge offer into their sales process. Bless you. I'll say it one more time. The only way to escalate, convert consistently, this is why it's in the bonus section, because it's more advanced, and you want to build the trust first. But if you can slot your bridge, or your session, or whatever you call your session, into their sales process, shit, you've won. And I had that happen in the digital agency. When I had the video production company throw me sessions, everyone that became a client, I educated the video production company as to how I could become part of their sales process and how it's going to boost conversions for them. Because sometimes before they even closed the deal, they had a session with me and I sold them on the video production company and I sold them on me. It happened probably 1 in 5, and for 4 out of 5, they would just say, cool, hey, you're getting a video now. Before we even touch the video, your website needs strategy. And then we'll mold the video into that strategy. So I was getting thrown leads every week. An average of 3 sales a week from this video production company. And I would throw sales back as well. That was a cross promotion. But it was slotted into their sales process. So awesome. Now that you're in, here's what you need to do. I've got a special arrangement with Ryan. He helps coaches get to 7 figures rapidly and help a ton more people. He is a master, helping you find your niche, business model, blah, blah, blah. Now, it's great that you're doing some speaking coaching with me. That's awesome. But if you're doing speaking coaching, you don't have a premium product set up off the back end, you're fucked. So I've got a special deal with Ryan, and he's got a 20K program. Yeah, and you're getting this for free where he can help you get that clarity. So I'm going to put you in touch with him, and everyone gets access to this thanks to me, because I've set up this awesome deal with Ryan where you don't have to pay $1,000 for the session. Get it for free, where he's going to help you get clarity on your product. Because without that, even if I teach you how to speak on stage, you're not going to get a good return off the back end of it. That's just me making up a potential JV in my head at the time. We were going to set up another JV, a speaking organisation or something. That's slotting it into the sales process, right? Does that make sense, guys? Yes. Awesome. Meet and multiply. Bless you. Meet and multiply. I think of rabbits when I say that. Meet and multiply. Meet and multiply. What that means is, if you've got the same niche as the partnership you have, they know other people in the space. They know other people in the space. Okay? Now, if they know someone else in the space and you do a great job with them, what does that mean you can do with their other friends in the space? You can set up partnerships. Happened to me. It works. It's possible. Meet and multiply. On top of that, you can be the introducer. So you've got people you know in the space that you can introduce to them. Now, whether or not they JV together or not, doesn't matter. It's the connection. You are the one that's introducing them. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to lead with parties. Meaning that if you create a few strong ties in the space, and there's other people that you love to connect with, this is next level strategy, but I thought I'd mention it for those that are really wanting to use this strategy and use it thoroughly. You can put together a meeting, a regular meeting, almost like an industry meeting, or a niche-wide meeting, and invite the big players. You've already got some connections now. You've got some solid partnerships with JV set up. You guys are doing well. Then you can invite some big players and throw an event or a party or a conference or a boardroom meeting with a fun activity attached to it, where everyone gets to connect together. And who's chairing it? You are. So who's leading the industry? You are, we are, whatever. We're in control. Hell yeah! How good is that? Now we're obviously looking ahead now, but it's possible. So let's start with our first joint venture, getting it set up. And if we don't have leads through Facebook ads, let's start with that. And then we start with this, just by getting one. And these are just some bonus things that I thought I'd mention. Okay. So guys, what do we think about, how are we thinking about partnerships now versus the start of the day? Easier or harder? Can you guys see this as a strategy that you'd be able to use to generate leads for your business? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Hell yes. So today's been a big day full of strategy, but also a lot of personal development working throughout. I'd like to know your biggest takeaways, so we reiterate this. So guys, let's start to get some hands up and share the biggest takeaways that you've had from today as a means of allowing these to stick. Okay. Let's go. Hands up with your biggest takeaways for today. What was the biggest? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be relevant to partnerships. It doesn't have to be relevant to promotion. Crystal.
With Code, you can have everything you ever wanted. Without it, you have nothing.
It's a big statement, isn't it? Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Crystal. Love for Crystal. 3, 2, 1. What else, guys? What were the big takeaways for you guys today? Yes, Afra. 2. Awesome. Go for it.
The JVs are like a long-term thing.
Yes. It's a really important aspect.
And the other one was a different topic like that. Our ability to sell and
Yes. We hand up if you weren't looking at sales like that before, as your insurance policy. Awesome, hands down. Thanks, Efrat, for reminding everybody. Beautiful, really good takeaways. Love for Efrat. 3, 2, 1. That it, guys. What else from today?
Check for your next neighbor.
Yes. That goes for sales as well, obviously. You always want to be the one leading, the one in control. You always want to have the pride down. Awesome. Big love. 3, 2, 1. What else for the big takeaways? Yes, Moz.
You can have the same niche and we sell different things and really benefit from that.
Yeah. If you don't compete, the niche, having the same niche, it strengthens that JV so much so. It can make all the difference. So, if anyone in the room is kind of going in between strengthening their niche by making more specific, or should I go broader? Always more specific. It opens those opportunities. It really does. Great stuff. Love Moz. 3, 2, 1. What else, guys? Roman.
Maximizing the morning original, for example, by introducing these 10 pieces a week affirmation.
Yeah, beautiful. You're a pinch machine. Awesome, that can be your affirmation. So, there are a fair few, thank you, one for Roman, 3, 2, 1. There were a fair few people that pledged today that they were going to pitch 10 times per week this next quarter. If you said that you were going to be one of those people that pitched this quarter 10 times per week, put your hand up if that scares you a little bit. Alright, put your hands down, put your hands up if that scares you a lot. Yep. Some people have their feet in there, some people are levitating and bumping into the ceilings. Yes, it is scary. Okay? But as a coach, you help people through for what them in their lives is the biggest thing holding them back. A set of things that you're a master at and your clients aren't. It's fair to say, right? You're actually the leader in an area. I'm the leader in pitches. Yeah, that's my job. You guys are a leader in another area. So there's somebody in your world that's saying what you just said then. If you're a dating coach, they're scared to approach. For you, but now I'm good at it. What's the point of what I'm saying? Was there a time with what you teach that you thought that the things you find easy now were hard? Yes or no?
Yes.
So you're telling me that there was something that used to be hard for you and now it's easy? Yes or no?
Yes.
So is it possible, by virtue of this personal development principle, that maybe that could carry through to pitches for you? Is that possible?
Yes.
Yes or yes?
Yes.
Fuck yes, it could be. But we need to remove this fear that's it's so irrational and crazy because it's relevant to money. That's why. Because from a young age, you've been told that money doesn't grow on trees. What if it did? What if you were the money tree? Society tells you that money's hard to get, but everyone bases that on emotion. Based on what? You know, you go around and you're like, is it realistic to make $1 million? No, that's way unrealistic. Based on what? Is the definition of the word realistic means to represent things in a way that's accurate. The definition of realistic means accuracy and logic. Yet people don't even have a fucking answer when it comes down to why. Why is it unrealistic? I don't know. Okay, cool, real logical. Sounds like you come from a really fucking rational place there, man. No basis in reality. But you are, and you're doing it yourself. Can't be that easy. Well, the fuck it is. Pitch 10 times a week for the whole next quarter, and then come back to me. And if you're not making serious money, you can slap me in the face as hard as you can. And that would be a punishment if it wasn't for the fact that I'd enjoy it. Whatever you want, Dave. For what you were thinking, yes, double pleasure. On a serious note, the very thing that's holding you back right now is the same thing that's holding your clients back from success. And it's very interesting for me to stand here knowing this, and for you to stand there knowing that your clients are having the same issues. Yet for some reason, you're paralyzed here, but you're not paralyzed there. Through choice. But again, it's money, right? Society tells us that money's hard to make. Yeah. You've been told your whole life. Well, it's fucking not! It's not. It's no different. You need to be objective and separate from reality with this. Be objective. Remove the ties. And if you don't do it for yourself, do it for your family. Take every single other third-party aspect, excuse, whatever the fuck you're storing there is nonsense bullshit, put it to the side and just pitch 10 times. If you can do this, you will change the game for yourself for the rest of your life. Because it does get easier. With every pitch, the next, bless you. I don't like saying bless you a little bit louder, because that was one fucking hell of a sneeze. Every single pitch gets easier. But like a rubber band, your comfort zone expands only to snap back if it's not practiced consistently. So if you are making a sales call once per week, then every week it's Groundhog Day. You have to repeat that same level of resistance. If you're pitching 10 times per week, it's way easier than 1 time per week. Way easier. If you do a morning ritual every single day, it becomes habit, it's not hard. If you do your morning ritual once per week, it's harder than 7 times per week. If you pitch 10 times per week, it is fucking easier. Because the distance between every pitch is less. And so it's less abnormal for you. It becomes more of a habit, and it becomes easier. Please trust me on this. Just for the next month, pitch 10 times per week. You know, I don't have the leads. 10x your budget. 10x your budget. Oh, but then I'm going to be going backwards before I go forwards. You fucking promised you would. Follow through in your word. You're a coach. It's all you've got. Do it for your family. Roman.
Right, if you have problems with leads, how do we go about that? About 10 pitches a week? Do we keep friends or someone else? Or
Well, for me, I didn't have leads, so I got my first 50 clients through messaging people online, going to networking events. Business, if you're in business, then that is there, right? But it comes from ramping up your budget a bit. It comes from asking really tough questions, like if this next campaign doesn't work, and I had a gun, someone had a gun to my family's head and they were going to blow their fucking heads off if my campaign didn't work, would I choose this topic? Would I stop playing laissez-faire and just launching shit for the sake of telling Dan I've done my numbers for the week? Like actually put some skin in the game. Not by putting a gun to your family's head, but I mean think about it with more seriousness. Do people out there, am I actually going to download that? Or am I just trying to tick off my numbers to say I did 3 pitches, but I'm still sabotaging? Because if you had to, like let's think of some random topics. You're a dating coach, cool. Here are 5 videos that are recording me getting a girl's phone number, completely deconstructed and broken down step by step of how you fucking do it. Would you download it? Yes, you would. That's a good topic. My little 5 ways to boost your life. Ain't gonna get leads. And if you have your family's life at stake, you come up with something better than that. So you have to just challenge yourself. say, if I had my family's life at stake, would I choose that topic? Would my audience desperately need that? If it was put in front of them, would they definitely download it, no matter what? The answer would be no, with most of your topics. And you know that. Before you even launch it, you're just hoping it's going to work, because it's something that you like. What will your audience not be able to resist? Market your offer. Give them an offer they can't refuse. It must be solid as fuck. So that would be my first piece of advice around that. But then 10 extra budget. Again, if you put 10 grand in to marketing to be able to pitch 10 times per week for 20 weeks, spend $500 in a week. And we went worst case scenario, is you got a $2,000 program, of which you're converting 2 out of 10, because your conversion rate sucks, because you're just getting started, and that's completely normal and okay. So two sales at 2,000, so you're making $4,000 a week. Over 20 weeks, you make 80 grand, $70,000 profit. Worst case scenario, if you're pitching 10 times a week, every week for 10 weeks in a row, 20 weeks in a row. Or we've got a $5,000 product, a little bit more premium, and we convert 6 out of 10, because we're actually good at closing now. So every week we make 30 grand. We make 30 grand a week. For 20 weeks, we make $600,000. So you put 10 grand in, because you've borrowed money, you've gone 10 grand backwards, to make between $70,000 profit and $590,000 profit. If you're not generating leads, up your budget. If you're scared of upping your budget, remove your fear of getting on the phone, because that's the only worry you've got. Because if you're going to get on the phone, it's insurance. You're going to make between $70,000 and $590,000. So does anyone have a problem with making $590,000 in it? If I was to hand you a check right now, and put it in front of you, would you slap me in the face and kick me in the nuts and run off, or would you grab the check? You fucking hope you grab the check. So kick me in the nuts, you'd be on for a war. I'm trying to make this as straightforward as possible for you guys, so we can leave here with those 10 pitches being possible. That's all I care about. I don't care about partnerships. I don't care about culture. I don't care about me. I don't care about anything else. Other than you guys leaving and having confidence in your ability to pitch 10 times per week for the next 12, 13 weeks in a row, so when we get to Hawaii, you're celebrating. So you're like Scott in Melbourne, which was a city retreat, where he was scared of being able to afford going to Switzerland, and then 3 weeks after Switzerland makes 35 grand in a week. Because when he was at Switzerland, before Switzerland he did the work, made enough money to go, committed to Switzerland because he knew it was going to change his life. Then he pledges to pitch 10 times per week, every week, between Switzerland and today, and he made $35,000 in a week, a few weeks back. Why? He's pitching 10 times per week. Is it rocket science? No. How many courses had you done before this course, Scott? 60. Yeah? What changed between the other courses and this course?
Mainly my standards, but I didn't have the courage
To do all that.
well, avoiding charging a proper price and the phone.
And the phone. Yeah. So you had 60 courses, struggling for money, because you were struggling to value yourself, and you're struggling to get on the phone. And you get on the phone, how long have you feared getting on the phone for?
Well, it's in 7 years before that.
7 years! And he changed it with one decision at an event like this. And then 4 weeks later, $35,000 in 1 week. 7 years! Put your hand up if you feared getting on the phone for less than 7 years.
Can we just clap for Scott?
Yeah, we can fucking clap for Scott. Happy welcome, Scott. So, if you put your hand up and said you've feared getting on the phone for less than 7 years, then come on. Give some credit to Scott and do him some justice and just go, it's easier for you than it was for Scott, and you still have the courage to do it. You guys don't think that you're a lost cause or you're different, because you're not. Yeah? You're exactly the same as Scott, exactly the same as me, exactly the same as anyone else in this room. No one's different, no one's got any extraordinary circumstances. Everyone's the same. Okay? So for those of you that pledge to do 10 pitches per week, every week for the next quarter, guys, fucking awesome job. So proud of you all. Now let's follow through in our words. For those of you that didn't, we've still got 2 days to get you there. Yeah? If I've got to, one by one, shake you until you get to that point, I'll do We're not leaving this fucking retreat until you guys raise your standards and set yourselves up for life. So don't care about anything else. We either do it or we shouldn't be here because, again, we're here for a reason. It's to change lives, it's to change our own life, it's to change our family's life, it's to be a role model, and you're going to feel so damn good about yourself when you get that set. Not in the lead-in, you're going to feel scared. Not when you do your first call and you get rejected, you're going to feel shit. When you pitch 10 times per week for 2 or 3 weeks, and you're now bringing in consistently $10,000 per week, and you're feeling fucking on top of the world, amazing about yourselves, at that point, you're going to feel awesome. That's what I'm looking for. I don't care about your comfort in the short term. I don't care if you think I'm an idiot. I don't care whether you think I'm a jerk. I don't give a shit. But I do care if your families aren't looked after, and I do care if you're not raising this and living to the standards that you deserve, because you all deserve that. Cool? So let's give some love to everyone that stepped up today. 3, 2, 1. Let's give a love to everyone for fucking being here. 3, 2, 1. Because you guys stepped up. Not everyone did. There is like a 40% attendance. And you guys are in that 40%. So fucking awesome stuff for being here and showing up because you want it. And every single person said you'd rather me tell you the truth and get your results than keep me comfortable. So by virtue of that, look the fuck out because I'm coming. And whether you like it or not, you're going to have your life change over these 3 days. I'm going to make sure that you all step up. That's what you want, yeah? Does anyone change their mind on that? Yes or no? No. Yes or no? No. No, good. I'm going to drag you across the line. Awesome job, guys. You guys fucking rock. Great first day. Guys, let's give some love to everybody in the room, especially the team for showing up today. And let's go out there and have an awesome fucking night together and celebrate life. 3, 2, 1.